I've been living around here since 1953. I had 4 daughters who used to play in Grange Park. They were there when Mrs. Mack was there on the roundabouts and the swings, and we used to, at one time when the children were little, we had this side of the park roped off. The mothers and babies used to go there, and we used to meet the children after school of a night, and I'd take a primer stove, and there used to be a water fountain there, so we used to make tea for us. We had cold drinks for the children. They used to have their tea in the park, and all through the summertime we did that. And then we had the stage there where they used to have a talent competition. People came over the park with animals, birds and things like that. We had all that sort of thing. We used to have... I used to be involved in the Kilburn festivals from 1976 up to about 1983. And in the beginning we used to have races in the park, used to put chalk marks all over the grass, and the 3 schools, St Mary's, Kingsgate and Mazenod, used to compete against one another. All sorts of things used to go on in the park. We had, at the festival we always had a denomination church service from more people. The Father Colvin used to come from St James's, and the fathers used to come from Mazenod, and the Methodist chaplain used to come up, and we'd have one big Sunday morning church service in the park during the festivals. We used to do all sorts of things, 5-a-side football, and during the festivals.
Do you think the Grange created a sense of community?
It did, yes. We belonged to what was then called the Kingsgate Neighbourhoods Scheme, society or whatever we called it. And we used to mix with people from Webb Heath and Kingsgate Road and all the surrounding. We used to say our plot was Quecks Road, West End Lane, Sheriff Road and Kilburn High Road, and anybody in that area was all part of it, you know. But as I say, the park was quite the central thing. And now I belong to the Neighbourhood Watch, and it's run, I don't know if you've already spoken to him, AJ. He's helping me with he's more or less running the Neighbourhood Watch, but he also got a gardening club going, and he put up things in the park where you can grow herbs and things, and for people to pick in their own time. And he'd like to, they put flowers and everything round, and he's also been putting flowers all around the area, so it's all stems from the park and the surrounding areas.
Tell me about the festivals in the early days. What were they like?
When we ran them, in 1977 festival, we had quite a big festival because it was the coronation year. Not the coronation, the Jubilee, wasn't it? 25 years or something. And we had a big parade. We had 3 big carts from the council which we decorated with crepe paper and put all the children in the fancy dress in that. And we went up this road, up Kingsgate Road. It was led by Sylvie Smith. She was Lady Godiva on a horse. We borrowed the horse off of the Rag and Bone Man, and so that was her. Then that was followed by all the children and people walking beside her. We went up this road, down Sheriff and Netherwood Street, along the Kilburn High Road, and we all went into the State, and we were shown a film by what's his name? Rand, I think his name was. Anyway, he went on from there and he went to be the manager at the Dominion. But the prizes were given out on the best dress, fancy dress, and it was my daughter ran the Girls' Pride, and she was dressed as Queen Elizabeth I, and there was a lad, Mark Smith. He won the boys' prize. He was a part of Oliver. He was one of those things. He was that anyway. He won the boy, and their prize was a trip to Dublin with Rand Tookham and his under manager, and they had a weekend. They went as VIPs on the piano liner, dinner with the captain. They went to Dublin. They had tea with the Lord Mayor, and they went to the Guinness House, television studios, and the radio station. That was it. That was their prize they won. So that was the biggest festival. We had a tea party that ran all along Kingsgate Road, all down the bottom end of Kingsgate Road, and we had about 100 children or more, 200 children, all from all the area. They came round. We gave them all a cup each, and the children all had little glass thing. And then in the evening, all the elderly people came out and had drinks. They sat around on their chairs outside their houses. So it was quite sort of a festival. And later years we had used the festival. We used to go into the park. Every year we had the Mayor of Camden always came. We had all the we used to give prizes for the dart championships and all the different things we used to run, all the prizes and the five-a-side football. They were all given out by the Mayor on the last day of the festival.
How has the Grange changed for you?
The Grange went downhill very quickly at one time, and we wouldn't go in there at all because it was full of dossers and drinkers. It was a very bad area, and there was a stab in there at one time. But I went and one became, I don't know what it was, must be about 10 years ago, with somebody, Stanton from Camden. We all went round to see what we wanted to do with the park. And we had all those nice big seats that were put in the Rose Garden. We got those. And it was up and coming again, and it's now a marvellous place over there. And the only thing is I haven't got young children anymore to take them over there, and to me I've got my garden, so I don't get over there very often.
You're looking forward to the next 100 years?
Well, I won't be around then.
I remember way back when